Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Oracle card reading and happy Valentine's Day. Inside where it's nice and warm, but it is so cold here, and I've noticed that in a lot of other places it's very cold as well in the United States. Cozying up, giving yourself lots of self-love first, and then that's flowing over into all of your relationships. I'm going to be using the Mystical Wisdom Oracle this week. I was feeling called to use. Let's take a peek at what we have at the beginning of the week, Illusion, and it says embrace the truth. First of all, it's beautiful. Josephine Moral is the artist. She's my favorite artist. I love her. Think of the word illusion. It's fear. In this instance, it's talking about embracing the truth. So by embracing our truth, we can transcend illusion or fear. So even though it may seem, and this is the message that I'm getting, it may seem like, you know, there's a lot to be fearful about. What fear is false evidence appearing real. And so that's coming to me now, is that there's a lot of ways that you can think yourself into a spiral of fear and have a lot of thinking to back that fear, right? But if we're quiet enough and we can really embrace the truth, it's the loving voice, it's the intuitive voice, it's our truth, and it's, you know, everything else that's going on, it's just a scramble of blah blah blahs. It's like John and I have this saying where we say breathe in, and then we say blah blah blah, breathe out, blah blah blah, right? Because that's kind of all it is. It's just a bunch of noise. It's the blah blah blahs, blah 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 blah, and that's what the ego voice is. It's just wah 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 wah, right? It's false evidence appearing real. That's fear. This is also talking about getting quiet and embracing your own truth about yourself. So if you've been wanting to make some positive changes, or maybe you're in some patterns that you want to shift, loving inventory, loving yourself to look within and be accountable and go, okay, ooh, I veered off into fear somewhere. Let's get back on track, right? And that's okay. We can do that. And the voice of love, often when we do slow down and really embrace that, it's usually very subtle, but calming and loving and accepting. And it shows us like, okay, it's cool. Like, you're having the human experience. We can help you get back on track and show you where to go and what to do and what to say and to whom. And that's a prayer that I love to use. It's another A Course in Miracles deal. So let's get back into the week. Guides, angel, spirit, God, goddess for showing. My goodness, this is so awesome. So of course it's dolphin. Don't worry, be happy. So again, with the not getting too caught up into the fearful voice, remember that, like, oh my gosh, I could be happy right now. Happiness is a choice, right? Don't worry, be happy. It says, if you pray, why worry? And if you worry, why pray? And prayer is just communicating with the divine. What I'm getting is you can be happy right now. Happiness is a choice, and that comes from just being really accepting of yourself and others and where you're at, where you've been. And I do see like that kind of inventory helps us get really clear on what we're grateful for, and also that we can be happy just right where we're at, right? So dolphin says, don't worry, be happy. So again, with the worry is a fear voice. Don't get mad at yourself or beat yourself up for worrying, but sometimes worry becomes a habit. So this is just telling us like to reprogram that and allow, it's like give yourself permission to be happy. That's what this card is doing. It's giving you a little permission slip to just be happy. Be happy. Do what lights you up. All right. Ooh, and this is kind of cool because it says competition, and it says summon courage and self-confidence. The tiger, she's riding the tiger. The message that's coming to my mind is don't dim to fit in, right? It's okay to summon your courage and really go in the direction of what you feel your truth is telling you and what will truly make you happy. And so that's kind of a theme that's happening, but I'm also getting this reminder, and this has actually been coming up for like the past 24 hours for me, this message. So I'm getting now why it's been coming to me. It's about the word courage itself. So whenever I used to pull the courage card, I would get scared. I'd be like, oh, I don't want to face all my fears, right? But that is, what it is. Courage is actually a heart word. So it's not getting stuck in intellect in that loop and just like pushing through to what's uncomfortable, right? It's actually centering into your heart space and being brave enough to really listen and honor your intuition. That is courage. So summon is very receptive. It's like, okay, let's summon, let's bring courage to us and self-confidence. And when you're self-accepting and you're allowing yourself to be happy, that self-confidence is, you're not going, the ego likes to say like, oh, we're less than or we're better than, but true self-confidence is like this healthy self-esteem. And something that comes to mind is Brene Brown. What she always says is, don't, again, I'm paraphrasing, but this is how intuition works. It just like reaches into that reservoir and uses whatever it can to get the message across. So with Brene Brown, she says, let me try to get this right. I'm going to get it right. Hold on. Don't go against, which is like when you're like, beach, you want to fight me? Don't go against and don't back down, which is like fading into the background, fading into the wall, like becoming really small. Okay. Just stand your sacred ground. Stand your sacred ground. And that is the message that I'm getting for that. And it's really honoring your intuition, honoring yourself, giving yourself permission. And it's okay if you're a little nervous and you're shaken, right? You're a little scared. That's okay. Just remember, like, false evidence appearing real. And if you get nervous, just come on back down to that heart space and listen to your intuition, because it's going to guide you. And have the courage. Have the courage to listen to that. Let's see what we have for Wednesday. All right. Celebration, let go and have fun. All right, so here we are again. It's like a repeating theme. It's okay to loosen up and enjoy what you have and enjoy the people around you. I'm kind of getting those pandemic vibes, right? We're kind of all just like, oh, wow. Well, a lot of us are. And I know like a lot of people are still working and things like that, but then there's a lot that are still at home, or we're not getting out and about. We're not doing like a lot of the things that we used to do. So what I'm getting is just loosen up and think about like all the reasons you have to be grateful for where you're at right now and what you can do with this time. Important. So again, this is what Dolphin helps us with. And our inner child is like, just like, come on, let's have some fun. So what is your inner child? Like maybe make a date with your inner child, and it could be a play date. But what did you do when you were a kid, right? This is a message that I like to talk about a lot. Is like when you're trying to figure out what you do for fun, think back to what you did as a kid, and then can you incorporate that somehow into your adult life now? And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could literally be watching a favorite movie, getting your favorite candy, dancing, but fun and joy are one of the highest vibrations. So I'm giving you permission to have some good old-fashioned fun. Call a friend, have some fun, enjoy some, do something that you enjoy, whatever it is. Painting, playing your guitar, seeing a movie. Just loosen up. Like all the to-dos that you really don't necessarily need to get done, you can push that off and just like make fun a priority is what I'm getting. Make fun a priority. And celebrate your life right now. I'll show you guys this card one more time so you can just see how she's just live in. And it doesn't have to, like, if there's something you want to do and you're feeling drawn to do, it doesn't have to have a purpose. Because a lot of times those things you're like, I don't know why I want to do this, I just do. The reason is because it's fun. It brings you joy. Follow that. Oh, I love this. Okay, so we have animal bond, stand up for animals. This is so important, this card, you guys, because it's giving a voice to our animals. Our animals don't often have a voice. So this could be in a very humanitarian way if you have resources to help different foundations, or you want to donate, or you want to get involved in that. If you've been thinking about adopting a pet, that kind of stuff is very important. But also your own animals, like sometimes we get like used to them being around and they don't have like a voice to tell us like, hey, pay attention to us, like maybe play with them, or like it's not a chore, they're part of your family, right? Like, okay, let me clean your litter box and do these acts of service that are maybe it's been cold and you're like, I don't want to take my dog for a walk, but this is the kind of thing I'm seeing. It's like my little kitty cat has like a water fountain and it was getting pretty mucky, and I spent a good like hour cleaning it and cleaning the filter and everything, and I swear he was like so cuddly and sweet and just like so happy that I cleaned his water, and I could see that he was happy about it. Not a chore. And I'm also saying playtime. Don't forget to play with your animals, because they, it's really good that they're there for you, but don't forget that they want to let go and have some fun. So I see that too. Don't forget to play with your animals. And another thing that comes to mind with this card is pay attention. Pay attention this week to any animal totems that you might be getting, animal spirits, right? Come through, and we all have them. We all have an animal guide that's with us consistently, and then there are other animals, just like guides, they can come in and come out to help you or deliver certain messages. So pay attention to the ones that are repeating. Like you might see an elephant on television and you're kind of like, well, okay, maybe, and then you see an elephant on somebody's shirt, and then like somebody sends you an elephant emoji, and I don't know, you know what I mean? But just pay attention. That's how it works, and there's a message for that, and there's a message in that for you. Okay, so Friday we have Archangel Raphael, which is provider of healing for mind, body, and spirit, and I love it because I didn't even pick an angel deck, but the angels are here. And Archangel Raphael wants to come through and help us on a mind, body, spirit level. Raphael can help throughout the week. If you are wondering about the best way to take care of your body, is what I'm getting, the physical is what I'm seeing. So this could be exercise, eating well, eating healthy, and finding something that works for you and that's also joyful. Because that's good for your spirit too. Like, okay, I want to make delicious but healthy food, or I want to move my body in a way that's fun for me, but that's really good for me as well. And our mental health right now, moving out of the fearful thinking into the loving voice of our intuition, and Raphael can help on all of that. Now, I know that by the time that this gets out, it'll be past Valentine's Day, but I am getting that, Sunday kind of like sets the tone for the week. So we're kind of looking at embracing the truth from the beginning and getting into our intuition, which is going to help us. And what I see with that is Archangel Raphael is also an angel that helps support relationship healing. So if you and your partner have been struggling, I'm getting that the Archangel Raphael is a really good guide to go to call on, and all you have to do is say, Archangel Raphael, I call on you, I ask for your help, So mind, body, spirit, and just see remember your intuition. They'll speak to you with your intuition. So just pay attention to what signals you're getting for your mind, your body, and your spirit this week, as well as your partnerships, your relationships, maybe your romantic life, maybe you want to meet someone. And also with travel, I don't think people are traveling as much these days, but if you are traveling, maybe to and from work, and it's snowy or whatever, don't forget to call in Archangel Raphael, because Raphael can help you with travel. Okay. That card is set for Friday. I am getting that you can call in Archangel Raphael all week. He's coming through, and I'm getting this like message to say it, that Raphael really does want to support you throughout the week. Okay, so let's get into Saturday. Ooh, I got 2, which is interesting. Normally I wouldn't do this, okay? Normally I would just pick one. Unless like one just fell out, but I am getting that they're correlated for some reason. So it's interesting because for Saturday it's friendships, and it says nurture your relationships, okay? That's so funny because I was actually talking to one of my really good friends about that today, that it's important to nurture your relationships. And yeah, he was saying like water, you need to water. And I'm like, yeah, like we talked about that last week. We need to water our gardens, right? This is our friendships. So the other card is learning to let go. Okay, learning to let go, which is really interesting that it's popping up with friendship. But what I'm seeing is this is something, you know, not all relationships are always supposed to last, right? Sometimes we have to learn to let go. And that doesn't mean that anyone did anything wrong, just sometimes it's not a vibrational resonance anymore. And that is a result of growth and expansion and moving forward. Some are meant to be in our lives forever. Some are meant to go. So if for some reason you're starting to see that in like the old scene or old friendships or whatever, it's like, it's okay to release that. And who knows, it might just be for the time being and then you circle back around later. You never know, but don't fight it so much. Listen to your intuition. And if you know it's kind of time to, you know, for example, if you've been setting healthy boundaries and you feel like they're not really being heard over and over and like repeatedly, it's okay to release that relationship, at least for the time being, and just focus on who is empowering you, who's uplifting you, who's nourishing you, who's coming from a like-minded space of intuition and love and wants to see you succeed. And equally, it's important to do that with your own friendships. Like, I think especially as women, we tend to give a lot to the men in our lives if you are straight. But also, you know, a lot of couples I know that are gay as well, they're really tending to their nurturing their relationships. That's important. But it's also important to have friendship. And again, this is the inner child popping up. It's like, oh my gosh, it's just all over the board. Like, have you nurtured that? And the more that you let go, have fun, do more of the things you love, and the more of the things that you like, you're going to attract more people into your life that are on that same vibration, that are into the same things as you. So it's okay to release, it's okay to let go, and it's okay to nurture new resonating relationships and nourish the ones that you have in your life that are hard. I am feeling, for the overview, I'm going to do the Divine Energy Oracle by Sonia Choquette. I know I've done that on here before, so I'm just going to go ahead and see what we have for the overview. Spices. Ooh, that is so cool. So this card is when you have a dream, okay? You have a little dream baby going on in your mind, and you've had it for a long time, and you want to, you know, set your goals and make it happen. Go of like the miscellaneous filler things that are not as mindful, so that you can set your goals, set your intention, set your day to work around. And I'm getting the things that you love. Again, we're coming back to the heart space. What lights you up? What would you do for free and for fun? don't worry, be happy. So for example, some people are like, I love to paint, but I never have any energy. And it's like, okay, but how much time did you spend on social media this week? Or how much energy are you exerting worrying? That's another one that was coming up this week about work, right? Like you're not even at work and you're worrying about work. So what are the sacrifices? Maybe it's, I can let go of being totally perfect at work and I can come home, shelf it, and set aside, an hour to myself to get into my art or my music or whatever it is, right, that you're working towards. So that's what I get with make necessary sacrifices. And listen, let me get back to like streamlining. This year has really helped us like let go of a lot of the superficiality and get back to what's truly important to us. And by doing that, it's like really, it makes our lives a lot more clear and balanced. So this is the advice card, and I'm using the Angel Prayers by Kyle Gray for the advice. This is gonna have this one wants to come out. Oh, beautiful. Okay, this is what helps us make necessary sacrifices. So it's peace and harmony, and this is Raguel, Archangel Raguel. Thank you, Raguel, for surrounding my life in a harmonious light. So this is coming back to allowing yourself harmony. Maybe we're so used to the struggle, or we're used to toxicity, or we're used to patterns that are toxic. And it's like, it's okay to be at peace with yourself and at peace with others. And that outer harmony isn't controlling everyone else, right? It's finding what will bring you the peace within and having the courage to follow that. And that is what making necessary sacrifices is all about. So once you start to find that inner harmony, that's when your relationships start to reflect it and the world around you starts to reflect it. So it all starts within here, but you have to make necessary sacrifices. Paying attention to the animal signs, and Raphael helping with our mind, body, spirit, and releasing friendships that don't serve us, and reminding us ourselves of what friendship is really all about, and cultivating and nurturing those relationships. So much love to you guys. I feel like there's one more message that wants to come through. That's when I think I'm done. Another thing that's really important is friendship in your romantic relationships. So, one of my best friends is my partner, John, and we have a lot of fun, and we have friendship. We really do. We know how to be silly together. We know how to support each other without taking on too much or put too much on each other. And we know how to put the fun in, and bring the lightheartedness and laughter and joy into each day. And we have a lot of fun with our little kitten. We play with him all the time, and we have a blast, and we will just be rolling in tears and laughter together. So that's really important too, to remember to have friendship in your relationships as well. So in your romantic relationships. But that's what I get for the week, and I hope it blesses you and gives you some insight. And as always, take what serves you, leave the rest, and be blessed.
Always in my heart.